YouTube people, it's time for the favorite part, the part we really like. Let's go to it real quick. So, oh yeah, there's a microphone in here now. Same thing. What's it gonna be? I'm taking bets. It could be anything. It could be Vladof. It could be Vladof. Hell, it could even be Vladof. What's gonna be the allegiance run this time? What if it landed right on the line? That would be amazing if it landed right on the line. Oh my god, it's Vladof! Who'd have thunk it? You bet on Vladof? Well, you bet right. You're a smart man. You should be a gambler. Go to Vegas with that money. It is Vladof. You're right. How'd you know? Spin the wheel. All right, so the Hyperion took us an hour plus. How long will this one take us? Probably a while. The Chronicles of PlayStation 5 hunting. Good luck, sir. How's your photography business going, Death Though? And I was watching a video on expensive things to buy now that will save lots of money in the long run. Gaming, dude. Gaming and comic books are both good investments, but especially gaming, even though the markets tend to go high and low. But keep a hold of all your old gaming stuff. That's my opinion. And if you watch the market 20 years from now, you can double, triple, quadruple your money. Stocks. I was sure to check out Death. Yeah, he's great. I bled on Vladof. Sometimes I have a hunch. Will you, sir, have good intuition? We get a Vladof early. Not. Which is disappointing because it feels like the last 5 runs it was straight up, hey, here's Vladof, here's Vladof, here's Vladof, here's a Vlad. The odds were pretty good. That's true. They were decent. They were decent. Oh my god, we're back to playing the video game. Thank you, Maltroff, for that link, dude. Watching out for some good deals. We just saved some moolah, and I appreciate it. Come on, Vlad. Come on, Vlad. Oh. That shitty thing that doesn't do anything. Normally that would be good. If that I would actually have preferred that just be a normal legendary, so we could have used it right here. Get off my lawn, you fucking thing. That is an Atlas. I can tell already from the make and model. This is what we've gained by doing these allegiance runs, is I can pretty much tell instantaneously as soon as I get a gun whether or not it's the brand that we need. Have you checked out Arms Race yet, Death Zone? If so, what do you think? Dude, we were getting so much Vladof before this. We're actually getting good RNG just to have these chests here, but... Okay. We're not really in business, but kind of in business. We have a gun. Can at least shoot something, even though rocket launchers are, to me, ass. It's a cool idea. I think it's missing core concepts of Borderlands, though. I think it's missing core concepts of a roguelike. I think you can... Oh, shit. You compare this to any other roguelike, it's like, yo. But I've gone over that already 4 times this stream, and I've got a 20-minute video on it, so I will not reiterate. But give me about 35 seconds, and I'll change course on that, and I will reiterate. Counting down, 10, 9, 8, 7. Alright, it's time. No meta progression. No skills. And I don't mean the skill trees, because I throw the loot all the way out. I mean, like a roguelike. Skills, random skills in the game. You can pick up, oh, look, it's a bandolier. Now I reload faster. Oh, hey, it's a flaming hot magazine. Now I have more damage. Meta progression, as in I get tokens. Now I can buy effervescent sets, or I can unlock this roving boss. I can now unlock this map. Reasons to keep coming back to it and spend tokens on it. Axton and Salvador should be the vendors, so they're not just... Or Peerless. Formless or peerless, I think works because corporeal-less. Corporeal means form, mass. Anyway, let's just go formless. They're just fucking not there. They just throw them in there just for the nostalgia, but they don't actually contribute anything. Got 10 years of Borderlands content. They've already asked that, flipped most of it for Unreal Engine 4. They've got the Hyperion bots from DLC 1. They added the Nomads with DLC 4 and more. I want to see Crawler Max. I want to see 10010000100 in here, roving around. Ninetales. You know what? Put these legendaries in here. That's what you're doing. Holodome, Digistruct Peak, Underdome. They've already explained this in the lore, how you can go through these digital battle simulations. That should be the big thing to extract. Oh yeah, you want some of that old Borderlands gear? You want to play with that in this Borderlands 3 world? All right, cool. Go into our simulation software. Random map, all that roguelike goodness with the permadeath and the skill sets. That's our Vladof time. There you go, you got it. Now give me 15 minutes, we'll probably return to it. Unless I get this run done, then I'll bitch about side quests. In Borderlands 2, we had Seraph Crystals and Torque tokens, right? So they could totally have arms race tokens for meta progression in this mode. But they don't. But they don't. And why? Why is... Let's say it's not $30, it's $30. You can't buy this thing separate. It's a $30 roguelike. I can buy Atomic Crops 15, I can buy Risk of Rain 2 15, I can buy For the King 15, got it on Game Pass, Neon Abyss 15, good stuff, good games, all with those features to them, all with those core mechanics essential to a roguelike. They're all indies, they're all small studios. This is a $1 billion franchise with hundreds of people on the payroll. This is effectively a $30 roguelike. Why is it about half there? Why is it so bare bones? What's going on at Gearbox? This is your baby. This is your money maker. I wouldn't half-ass the baby maker. I would not half-ass your star player. You gotta invest love, make it special. I think this game, I think Arms Race could have allowed Borderlands 3 to make a major comeback. It's not like it's a dead franchise. It's not. It's popular, but it's static right now. It's not really growing. It's not getting any more popular. It doesn't really compete with Destiny anymore as far as hype, Twitch, YouTube is concerned. I think this thing had real potential to be a game changer, but it feels like they slapped it together. For lack of a better term, I mean, I'm sure it took work. I'm sure they worked at it, but it feels like they got about half done with it and said, you know, that's good enough. Feels like that's what they feel. It feels like they said it's good enough. I think they could do something like that so there's progression to each run. Absolutely. What good roguelike doesn't have meta progression? That, to me, is my favorite part about roguelikes. Like, yeah, you got your ass kicked, but those few times that you failed and got your ass kicked, they led to something much bigger, much greater. That is the addicting part, to me, of any roguelike. So I always go back to Atomic Crops. They have great meta progression. You end up with permanent stat boosts that really change the game. Maybe they sell you buffs like movement speed, you can buy it with the tokens. Feels like they're really rushed mode. See, what I see is that they could have introduced effervescent gear like they had in Borderlands 2, and you should be able to buy that gear and not have it appear. So, like, For the King also has really good meta progression. And it has a really wide suite of stuff you can get. You can, of course, buy new characters, but that won't be a thing here. But let's take Risk of Rain 2 and For the King in this. You get new skills on the map. Like, new stuff will start to spawn. You just unlock the teddy bear in Risk of Rain 2, and that gives you 10% damage reduction, for instance. That's not there the first few times you run. You have to unlock that by constantly running. Same idea. Again, Risk of Rain 2 is a game they say they would have published. This is the game that Gearbox would have made. Oh, really? Here was your chance.
Did I die? Or am I just waking up?
Effervescence. You don't start with Effervescence. That would be too broken. But you make them... You add stuff to the loot pool. That's what both those games do. For the King and Risk of Rain 2 is you add items to the loot pool. Well, I think there should be a set of loot items strictly in Arms Race. Not just these legendaries, but the Effervescence set. And they'll give you... You grab them and then you get buffs. I also don't think there should be a ring. I think there should be a timer, just like Risk of Rain 2. That should make it more difficult. Yeah, I said I would go over this. I've got this thing down pat. I've given this rant like 15 times. I'm obsessed with it because it could be so good. It could be so fun. This is a mode that if those things were there, I could actually play Borderlands almost every day. It would be the game that I kind of expected it to be. Just like Borderlands 2. Like, oh yeah, that's going to be the 2 to 3 year game. That's going to be the game that stick with for the long haul. But even this mode, like you just said, it feels like a really rushed mode. It had every potential to do the things we're talking about and to be that game that, again, I fully anticipated I thought it would be. I've tried every way, just as you have, to make it that game, but it doesn't want to be that game. It won't let us love it. Sniper's gonna eat ammo quick, but we gotta run together. Effectively, each of these runs became that 20-minute scripted video. If that stuff was there, though, man, I'm telling you, I really do think I could play this nearly, like, if for the stream, I could play it almost every stream and want to play it. I would want to play it because this is more my style. I love the shooting and the raw gameplay of Borderlands. Buy that for money. This is a cheap, free-to-play mode you throw together in a few weeks to reward longtime players, not a $30 standalone. No, not a $30 standalone. I don't know that they'll ever make it a standalone. I mean, we can call it $30 now because that's basically what it is. Again, you can't just buy Arms Race. You got to buy Season 2, and that's $30. So, for the time being, we got to call it what it is, and that's a $30 mode. When all these roguelikes we've been mentioning are half that price, and they're about 5 times the content. I mean, I'm planning on going back and I'm gonna stream Atomic Crops. It's a small indie roguelike from Raw Fury that I love. And it's got deep systems in it. This is just Borderlands with permadeath. And you extract loot. They could have, God, the potential is so, there's so much potential. Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel. You got all these games. You have all those Headhunter packs. You have all those DLCs. You've already asset flipped so much of that stuff. Imagine lasers. Imagine if they had put lasers in here from the pre-sequel. The only way you can get a hold of those is to go into Arms Race. You got to go back into the digital void that binds, that is Arms Race, just like the Holodome and just like the Underdome, Holodome, and Digistruct Peak. But here's your reward. You could pull out a pre-sequel weapon. Of course, you'd have to do some work, but you're a AAA studio, and that's kind of the point. Don't be like Destiny, where making content is hard. Of course it's hard. That's what you do. You're a video game development studio. Hey, have you got a hold of the pre-sequel laser? Have you got a hold of the pre-sequel railgun? No, man, I've been trying, but Arms Race is kicking my ass. Well, get enough Arms Race tokens and buy the Effervescent set. That way you got a better chance of getting deeper into the run so you can extract some of these. And it would just... Oh, whoops. Ignore that, YouTube people. It's just a slight technical issue where my 5-year-old capture card likes to say fuck you every couple hours anymore. But we're still good because it's German engineering and you just literally have to turn it on and off and it just works again. I don't even know where I'm heading because I'm going on another rant, even though we have a Vladof gun. Use skill trees, which we can't use for the new game mode. Arms Race is no better than the Circles of Slaughter. And I will say that I know why there's not skill trees in here, though, Death Zone. Like, putting skill trees in here would break the shit out of this, because it is not scaled for that. And I don't think they should be. I think that they should have built skills just for the run, like all other roguelikes do. That's the point. That power is all temporary. You might tie something amazing together, you might not, but it makes every run different. Like, if I just ran in here and I was just the Zane that I've been running for like 3 years, well, whatever, a year now, I'd be bored. I enjoy that I'm being forced to play with new guns and play in a different way. Like, that to me is the refreshing part about Arms Race. But it needs skills still. It still needs skills. I mean, half the anointments in here are useless because there is no skill. It just needs to me, it can't be the skill trees. The skill trees are how, like, you know, you run around with Moe's and you can just not even, like, pull the trigger and just kill everything. Which is the part of Borderlands where I get kind of blah. It's the cool part of Borderlands, I get it. It's the beloved part of Borderlands, yes. Should never go away, that is Borderlands. But for this mode, I wouldn't like it. I do think it's trying to put an emphasis on the shooting, and I appreciate that, personally. Other than that, I agree with you. I agree with you. Having no skills against these melee mobs is just sad. Yes. Again, I don't think we should have the skill trees, but I definitely... Oh, that's gonna kick their ass. I definitely think we should have... Skills. Skills. You know they can do it. Again, they literally just need to asset flip. It's not quite as simple as just asset flip, but that's your starting place. You're not starting from nothing. You have Battleborn, for God's sake. There are hundreds of skills in Battleborn already sitting there and named, and you own the IP. You own all that work. Use it. You have 10 years. Oh, shit. This could be a good run if I can stay alive. This could be the run. You have 10 years of Borderlands content. Again, you own. It's a little weird with the whole 2K thing, but you own the IP as far as I know. You just don't publish it. So that should all be yours. I mean, you just did a remaster of Borderlands 1, and you consistently relaunch almost as bad as Skyrim at this point, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, so pre-sequel without any of the community patch, which makes that game apparently 10 times better on Steam. Where's this freaking AR? I know I just got an AR. Could have swore. Oh, here it is. Why does it seem like it's a sniper? There. Okay, good. Now, let's get to it. 10 years of Borderlands skill trees, including the pre-sequel, which I still think has some of the best skill trees in the franchise, probably second to 3. But as far as co-op is concerned, I think it had the best skill trees. Throw those in here. You could throw those in here, and then I know it's a huge thing, but make it free to play. Make this the demo. Let players who are new to the series or didn't invest in 3 experience this. That Borderlands 3 looks great, plays great on PC, and is the best shooter game they've ever made. And that they did do a lot right with this game. This is not a shit game. It's a good game. They did a good job with it. 80% speaking, at least. They did a lot right, and they've been ethical when it comes to the microtransactions and stuff. And they've given a lot of value through this IP for a decade now. Let new people come in and let people who were like, it's Gearbox and Randy, I don't know if I'm going to buy in. Let them experience it. And then if they want to take that content they've extracted and play the main game, sweet, buy the main game. But now you know what you're in for. And in the meantime, those of us that have bought it have all this cool, nostalgic loot to extract. I want to find the lady finger. I want to get a hold of... And most of this is already in there, like the Herald. They've already re-added the Herald. But it doesn't hurt to put that stuff in here. That was a lucky find. It's even a really good rule, too. I'll probably extract it. Fortify and power charge, yes sir. This shield right here on distributed denial could be great.
You should back away. Get out of here now!
Honestly, with that shield and these guns, hopefully there's time enough to go hit some more spots, because we're definitely geared enough to do it. I mean, as far as Borderlands content is concerned, like I see that Jolt's dude, who is pretty much the biggest Borderlands guy, he's the head of the content creators. He's back to Borderlands too. It doesn't matter what I'm going to do, but personally where I'm at with it is I would rather play Borderlands 3 for challenge runs and making more content. I think the quality of life changes alone are why this is the one I would stick with. It just continues to be that this still could be more. This still could 100% be more. And especially this mode. This is the mode that if it was even half of what we've been talking about as far as would improve it, really would be something I could sink so much time into on stream and content-wise. And just like it. I would just have fun with it, personally. There's times when have a lot of fun with Arms Race as bare bones as it is. Like, we just found that Whiskey Tango Foxtrot shield. That's cool. Found a couple good guns. Starting to string a little run together. But then that's again where it starts and it stops. It's no deeper than that. That's as far as it's gonna get. It's just repetition from there. And we're doing challenge runs. Like, imagine if we hadn't been doing challenge runs, just how samey this would be. As soon as I got the legendaries I needed, I never touched Arms Race again. And you and a lot of players, it's going to be like that. Like, I know the content guys are all making stuff for it right now because it's new and they honestly have. We just don't have an SMG to take advantage of that. You know, probably everything. If they don't have it, it's as close as you can imagine to it. A contractual obligation to make content for this right now. That, I mean, it is fresh. It's new. It's new. And I like it. I can have fun in here for sure because I like just shooting the stuff, but it's so repetitive. It's already clear that it's going to become ultra repetitive, and I just think that's sad. I know there's shady shit, but that's not gear. There's like $20 skins, right? Fortnite's made billions off $20 skins. So people hear me saying 30 bucks, this is not worth 30 bucks. And say, well, yeah, that's outrageous. Well, I don't buy $20 fucking skins. And I think there's more to Gearbox than that. And it all really depends on how you frame it. We can say, oh, well, Fortnite skins are $20. And I can say that's hot garbage. And it's an Epic who claims nobility has inflicted a wound on the industry for having gotten 12-year-old Timmy and soccer mom Sally used to that being a fair price, but these other roguelikes that I mentioned that are in this space are all $15. It just depends on what you contrast it against. Okay, well, we're not going to change shields. We know that. Odds, though. Radiation damage and melee with cryo? Well, maybe. That movement speed, though. Considering what we're doing. This ring is... Like, that was it. We were able to do a thing. So RNG is... brutal. You don't get good weapons to begin with, so you can kill fast. That's it. We were able to get, like, a chest out of this. Rather than you're taking a risk, you're in this too long. Gonna keep getting harder and harder. As we said, the final difficulty is she's the real magician. And you gotta be careful. Good luck extracting once she gets to she's a real magician unless you got the gear. But here's the advantage. No thing. No ring. So you're on she's a real magician difficulty and you wanna go over here and see if you can't get that chest? Go for it. It's your run. That's what other roguelikes would do. You want to take that risk, do it, but be warned you might die for it, and then it's all over. I don't even know why I'm looking. We already know we're good as far as shields are concerned. I marked okay, the supply drop. That's going to be the last bit we get out of here. We haven't picked up a good legendary to actually extract outside of this being a good roll on a WTF.
Come on, come on! All together, family! Move it!
The bipod looks really cool. Not sure how worth it is, but
Oh, hello there.
I don't think Vladof makes SMGs.
Trust me, and you're dead. Fancy that.
They're fighting one another. We should let them.
Just give up, you pissant.
We're finding plenty of Vladof snipers. Okay. I really want more elemental damage, but that 2x sniper will do work. Pretty much handle it for us. In fact, the shock grenade with the singularity is a great boon to our efforts. That should knock his shield off. Where's this guy? Hey, you're supposed to be fighting them, damn you. We left you alive specifically for that job. Damn, he's eating the hell. There we go. They're focusing on him for... He just Captain America'd us.
My chili recipe dies with
You gotta love these power charges, though. We had distributed denial. You know how many boosters would be going on the ground? That Q system. We wanted a Q system so bad when we did the Atlas run, and we found like 10 of those since then. Been a bit nutty. Oh god, these guys are out. We should kill them early. 3. What's 3, Wilso? Oh, 3 boosters. If that was, imagine, you're always going to get the WTF, but I know that one of the best shields you can get a hold of is 3 power charges and then distributed denial. I just have yet to be able to get a hold of one. It's crazy RNG dependent. I want to kill these guys before we go down to the boss. I don't want to deal with them. And they let you do that. You wouldn't think they would. You'd think they would just keep respawning and be an annoyance you have to deal with. But see, they've already programmed with these Revenants. Like, oh, I see you want your run to last a long time. Sweet. You can do that, but you're going to have to deal with these guys now. They not only have these guys, they have the Storm, too. You get it both ways. We're to the boss. Ooh, I might be able to sneak this in. We might be able to sneak this one in stream. Oh, ammo is getting to be a concern.
See you, Shrinkin. Friggin' murderkin. Thinks it's the boss of me. Better leave before you get hurt.
See a chest there. Alright, here it is. Let's see if we can't bust through this real quick.
For this airdrop. Go get it.
Boom, going out.
That reload is punishing. Just have to AR it out. The badass comes in on the back. Get some power charges. Oh, there's the second Revenant. That singularity and that shock damage. Look at that. That'll definitely melt down Horker's shield. I don't want to leave without that drop. It's right there, and the zone's not quite shrunk on it yet. And out of ammo. Predictably.
No boundaries established.
Gonna start shrinking on it now, so we gotta get up there with our last few mags. Blow up and kill your buddy so we can get this thing. Damn it. That's sniper damage though. You guys just fucking go away for a sec so we can check this stuff out. Anything, nothing. Wow. Alright. That's that. Gotta go. Gotta go fast. Oh, we beat this one. It took us 1/3 of the time that the... Wait. Well, it was a Vladof, so sweet. We didn't ruin the run. A 12,000 is actually on point with the 2x. Boosters! You know, and those suggestions that I keep going over again and again and again, it's not even project creep. It's 5 things. It's 5 things. Like, I could even start developing them right now. You don't need to make them complex. As I say, most of this could already be asset flipped. You just need icons. Floating icons that you run into. It doesn't even need to change how your character looks. It just needs to change how they function. Like in Risk of Rain 2, when you grab gear, it actually changes the way your dude looks, and you see all this gear start to get stacked on top of him. We don't even got to take it that far. We know this mode is an aside. Let's make it change the way they play. No, we're good on the shield. Look at that power charge, Nova fortified charge. Our grenades we want because it's shock. So that is that. Did we not find a legendary? Yeah, we found one. With, I suppose, an okay rule, but... That Q system, oh, we'll take out because it's the Q system. Oh, we also had, where is it? Not pistol. I wish pistol, but this. I'm gonna put that sniper reload speed on, and when that doesn't work, we're gonna just go weapon reload speed or the sniper damage, because we're gonna have a full thing of this, and hope that does the job for us. This grenade is what's doing everything for us. Hoping for crits. And we're just about out of sniper ammo. Nice while it lasted. Probably pick up a little more here. Probably at least a little something around here.
I've got a screenplay you'd love me to read.
Last mag.
Reloading.
Power charge, give me some charges.
Come here, you filthy.
That's our final circle, beautiful.
Keep finding just enough to keep the mags up.
To that boss.
Okay, let's go to reload speed.
Know my secret blend of herbs and spices. Never. I'm gonna live forever.
There we go. That makes a significant difference. Power charge, see you.
I can't play them anyway.
That's what grenade spam. This is it. It's too much damage.
Team Vault Hunter. And man, am I glad this is over with because I've got a hot date with my girlfriend today. You mean
Parker's Hounds. Wow, the IED actually killed that thing.
shut up, Sal.
I was made for this.
We get something worth extracting from this because it was a pretty weak run as far as that's concerned. Not really. That's it though. Hey, we did them all. We did them all. All weapon manufacturers, allegiance runs complete. Gotta sit by for the extraction, of course. Yeah. Anything else? I don't think so. No, that's it. This was a pretty damn good grenade. It's not worth extracting, but yeah, that was a good find. RNG was nice to us there. That's it. Thanks, YouTube people.